podcast for
bed, love,
bed, love,
beyond.
Beyond.
Bed, love, beyond. Bed, love, beyond.
Welcome, listener. Welcome to episode 27 of Bed, Love, Beyond, the podcast for the hopeful and the hater in us to discuss sex, love, and whatever's clever with like-minded people like you who are also in limbo with love.
Like us.
Yes, and thank you for listening to us on Podbean, iTunes, Pocket Cast, Stitcher, and
Google Play.
Episode 27 is Ain't No Party Like a Cuddle Party?
Right up.
Oh, apparently you're down. Okay.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, so we're going to be talking about cuddle parties. Oh, wait, of course you're down because this is your subject. You pick this, so of course you're down with this.
It's intriguing, no?
No, it definitely is. Yeah.
It's everything that girls want and everything that guys don't.
Oh, I never even put it that way. That's very interesting.
Unless you're like a guy who like doesn't get to cuddle a lot, and then you're like, I'd like to cuddle too.
No, but that's very interesting. You brought this up a while ago, and I was like, what? Cuddle parties? I was like, and you're like, yeah, there's this thing called cuddle parties, cuddle parties, and I was like, okay, fine. And like, I'll research it or whatever. I'll look it up, and it was like, yeah, it's a pretty much like
it's a phenomenon.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's underground, but it's very like low, but it is growing, and it is very, very interesting about why it started and what goes on in a cuddle party, and it's very good. Even right before I started recording for the podcast, I was reading an article about a female and her going to a cuddle party changed the way that she thought about consent. So it was just very, very interesting about like this whole thing. Yeah, this whole phenomenon, just like you said.
It's pretty cool. I don't know. I mean, I see that there's one in New York on July 13th. Mm-hmm. I put it up on our page on facebook.com/bedlovebeyond in case anybody wants to sign up. I don't know that there's like a fee. I couldn't figure that part out.
There's I saw tickets $25 to $30.
Say what? For 2 hours of cuddling?
That is actually a steal because
okay.
in other places it's $80 an hour.
What?
Yeah, exactly. And we're going to be talking about that.
Oh.
But yeah, so
a steal.
Yeah. It is.
It's so funny. It's good.
So yeah. Before we get into that, anything popping off, any daily dish or whatever?
No, not really. Nothing too exciting that I plan on sharing with anyone.
Okay.
Keeping things el pravito.
Nah, I feel you. Yeah. If that's what you got to do.
How's your pen pal?
Oh, she stopped talking to me.
What?
Because I did your suggestion and said, hey, let's get on Skype.
No.
So I told you.
What?
Yeah.
That's so weird. And like, how long did it go on for?
A week? No. Well, yeah, probably a week. Because like in internet time, a week is like a month. So it was probably like a week. Like if anybody knows like internet time, or if you if you tweet or anything like that, and you check like your last tweet or your last message, it'll say like, oh, it was 5 hours ago, but to you it was like, man, I thought that was like 3 days ago. It reminds me of Inception, if anybody saw that movie, which is a very good movie.
So what?
Yeah,
like literally how much hours? Like 2 weeks, right?
What, that we were speaking
started,
with each other?
Yeah,
probably 2 weeks, maybe. Yeah, probably 2 weeks.
And you converse back and forth every day,
except for like one day, and if I couldn't get to her, she would write back and say, oh, I'm sorry that you couldn't have time for me to write to you, but I shall be awaiting your words.
I love the way she wrote. Martini let me read the letters. I was like, I want to write like her.
Yeah. She's like, oh, she writes like a queen. I'm like, what? I was like, yeah, get out of here. Yeah. But yeah, so the last time I wrote to her, this was like yesterday, and I was like, hey, I forget what she was talking about. Oh no, what? No, you saw what was the last thing she was talking about? I forget.
Well, that was last Friday though. You spoke to her over the weekend or no?
I don't remember now. But we were talking about something.
She's like, oh, I feel like I could tell you everything.
Yes, yeah. It's like, oh, I can feel you. I tell you about everything, and I had a dream that I met you in a park. I met you in a park, and you were holding a flower, and you gave it to me, and we were walking hand in hand, and we were just like laughed and played, and like that was it. And she was like, "Oh, I didn't want to wake up, Martini. I didn't."
Oh my god!
And I was like, "Oh, that's very nice of you. I'm glad that I was such a gentleman in your dream." I kept it mad cordial. I didn't fall for that shit. And like, yeah. And then I was like, "Hey, oh yeah." And then you're like, "I want you. How come you never ask her for Skype?" I was like, "Cause like it's not gonna happen. Cause she's not gonna have it. Whatever." So I was like, "All right, fine, whatever." So I asked her. I was like, "Hey, why don't we get on Skype so I could talk to you sometime?" And then she wrote back to me, and she was like, "Oh, like I am so pleased that you wrote back to me, all this stuff." And then she was like, "What is Skype?" And I was like, "What Skype?" I was like, "All right, fine." I was like, we'll play this game. So I was like, yeah. And she wrote whatever else she wrote. And then I wrote back to her. I was like, well, Skype is a video calling service where I can see you and you can see me, just like Google Hangouts or something like that. And I can talk to you either on the computer or on your phone that you have. And, really basic layman terms. So whatever she would put it in through Google Translate or whatever, she would get it. And I was like, yeah, so whenever you have the time, I can see you and you can see me, and then we can talk to each other. Yay. And that was all that I wrote. And then like tumbleweeds, and I was like, oh, word. I was like, all right, that's cool. So no more pen pal. Well, I mean, she hasn't. This is the longest that she's never written me. Like 2 days.
Okay.
But the thing is, if I haven't written her, like she would always write me saying, "Hey, like, how come you haven't written me back? Oh, I'm sorry that you're so busy or whatever." So, yeah. So bam, gone.
Maybe she's like Cinderella.
What does that mean?
Like she doesn't know any better.
She doesn't know how to answer a question. Like I don't understand.
I don't know.
It's pretty simplistic.
This is getting weird.
There's nothing weird. She was trying to catfish me, or like ask for money, or make me ask her hand in marriage or something, and it didn't work.
What?
It didn't work. So there you go. Freaking
Whatever. Let's not shout her out yet.
True, she could be still real, so we'll see. But I just find it convenient.
You got a lot of pictures though of her, right?
15.
That's a lot.
It is a lot. And we'll reverse Google search them. Well, not all of them, and they came back negative. So this is a real person that I'm looking at.
Right.
But I don't know if this person that I'm looking at is the person that I'm speaking with. So
weird.
Very weird. I don't know why people do that.
I don't know why people don't have phones in Russia.
Of course they do. What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Of course they do.
But they don't got cuddle parties.
Well, you never know.
Wouldn't be Skyping with strangers if you had time to cuddle. Just saying.
So I don't know. It's just very weird. I don't know. I don't like people doing that. Not fun.
I don't like people playing on my phone.
Yeah. I don't like people playing on my phone.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. So Cuddle Parties.
Cuddleparty.com. That's where you find all the information.
Yeah, that's where you can find information. But that is not the only cuddle party that there is. But yeah, I just realized
there's a leader of the cuddle parties, maybe.
Possibly. I don't know which is the top cuddle party
venue.
Yeah, venue. But there are a lot.
I'm sure, like on Meetup.com, there's some.
Possibly.
I think I saw some on there. Not that I was looking. Just saying.
Oh, speaking of catching up with stuff. You never told the audience if you ever went to that swingers party.
I didn't go.
And why not?
I thought we had this conversation.
You and I.
Oh.
But the audience is waiting, with bated breath.
I didn't go because I didn't want to.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's a good enough reason, if any.
and I didn't feel quite comfortable, and my schedule wasn't really going to match up, and I kept finding 101 excuses why I didn't want to go.
As opposed to just saying, I don't want to go.
Well, I know I did eventually say I don't want to go. I mean, I kind of did want to go.
Yeah.
I just didn't know. And then like my other friend who was like putting in my head, he's like, I live in Astoria and I never heard of it. He's like, it's probably going to be ratchet. He's like, you're going to have some grimy dudes up on you. Then he was like, let me go with you. I was like, no. I was like, no, this is all just sounding bad.
Right.
So I didn't go.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Janika went either. I asked her.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was a scheduling conflict. Or maybe because she just wanted someone to go with and I couldn't go. And I feel bad on that point. But
well, I mean,
next time, Janika, maybe not.
Right.
So.
All right. But would you go to a cuddle party?
Yeah.
You would?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Why not?
I don't know. I'm just asking.
You could say no.
You can say no. And that's the cool part. I mean, they're very. I've read about 4 or 5 articles on this, and all of them across the board say that you don't have to do whatever you don't want to do, and the other people who are participating comply.
Yeah.
Explicitly, they're like, you don't want to do that, no problem.
Right.
And it's cool. Yeah. So you can go to a cuddle party and not cuddle.
I'm down for that.
And
I mean, I'd probably cuddle, but I'd want to go with someone I know.
Mm-hmm.
They just cuddle in a group. I don't know. I don't like this.
Yeah,
shit.
but why would you want to go? Wait.
I don't know.
You want to go with somebody that you know so you can cuddle with them, or just so you have somebody that you know that's there?
I don't have all the details worked out yet in my head.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, what's the point of going to the cuddle party? Just freaking have a cuddle party at home with the person, you know?
True.
But yeah, it seems very interesting. And I might have to look for more information for myself.
You'd be good at it.
Well, a lot of people
you're like
have
an
said.
affectionate person, and like you would like to give affection.
A lot of people have said that I give like the best hugs and stuff. Like that's
a lot of people say that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not bragging. I'm just saying. They do. They're like, oh, Martini's like the best hugger. I'm like, okay.
Okay.
So, but I don't know. I mean, obviously it would be weird just because of the premise. Because
go in your PJs, just some sweats.
Well, I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking about just cuddling with somebody.
It's only 2 hours.
Do you know what you can do in 2 hours?
You can't do that.
I know you can't, but that's what I'm saying. That's so weird to like cuddle with somebody.
I mean, you could sit there and say,
and then that's
what
it.
are you doing after this?
Can you? I think that's cheating.
On who?
No, I mean, not like, oh my God, you cheated on me. Not like that, but like, I don't know.
You're adults. You can do whatever you want.
This is true, but I think I think the experience is to just cuddle, right? Mm-hmm. Get what you can get, and I mean not like feels and stuff like that.
Well, cuddling cures depression and anxiety and stuff like that.
I know, and there was a lot of testimonies in here that I would like to read that really, like, it didn't shock me, but it was just like, oh wow, there's a completely different other aspect to cuddle parties as opposed to just like, oh, let's cuddle, you know.
Some people just need affection.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that if you're not getting your affection from your significant other, you should go to a cuddle party.
No.
That's probably not on your relationship agenda. But
no,
like,
definitely talk to your partner about what's up with the affection.
One of the articles I read said, you know, if you have a partner, to discuss this with them beforehand. I was like, of course.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely.
So, babe, what are you doing tonight? You going to the bar? Okay, so I'm going to go to this cuddle party. I'll be home like around 10:30 because it ends at 10.
Wow.
You good with that? What? Bitch, stay home.
I know. That's so... Wow.
Like, you go to the bar to self-medicate with beer, so I will go to a cuddle party because I need hugs. I don't think that's going to fit any house, man. Sorry.
But why, though? Because you're not doing anything.
Do you really want another man's arms around your girl?
Me personally?
Smelling her on the small of her neck.
Damn. Why you gotta get all intimate like that? Smelling her on the small of her neck.
And having his pressed up against her booty.
Hey, nothing's happening. Nothing's going down.
Yo. Yeah, I'm just saying. Sometimes you'll feel something on the back and you'll be like, what?
And then she'll be like, all right, I gotta go home to my man. So he can do things to me because now I'm horny.
And then he's drunk, so you can't. So whatever.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because he came from the bar.
And then he's just mad.
I can't get it up, babe. I'm sorry.
I don't know. These are just like made up scenarios in my head right now.
Oh man, but so you think you'd go to one?
I don't know. Maybe
I think I would go, but
for camaraderie and for a social experiment.
Funny you should say that because I was looking on our page, our Facebook page, and thank you for everybody who is on there and comments to our things. But a regular listener of ours asked if we were going to do a cuddle party. Well, not us do a cuddle party, but go to a cuddle party.
Yeah, I saw his comment.
Because we were too, I guess, chicken or whatever to go to the sex party. So we would go to a cuddle party. So would you want to do that as a social experiment? Imagine if we...
I'm bringing back up.
We're like, yeah, so we're here because we have a podcast and we would like to just experiment. And
it'd be a good way to get new listeners.
Marketing
101.
Is that all you care about? No, but I don't know, but I think that proposition is at least interesting and we should talk about it off air.
Okay, fine. Conversation's open.
Okay, fine.
I'm in for the conversation. They're in New York City.
Well,
there's none in Jersey. I didn't see any in Jersey.
Well, there's a lot of places.
I think our avid listener should also attend, which is what I said in the reply on Facebook.
No, definitely, and
I think our listeners should go.
If you go to
maybe
our
we'll
website,
have a group meetup thing for Bed Love Beyond. Not cuddling at my house, but we'll have a thing somewhere. Sorry, I broke.
Oh, like a meetup.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah. We should do that. We should do that soon. We should meet our listeners. Our listeners. We don't know where, but here's the thing. You gotta write to us and let us know where you guys are.
Right.
And then maybe we'll go to a place near you.
Oh, maybe we can do an outing to the sex museum.
Oh, we could do that too. Yeah. But first, let us know. All right. So hold on. So
I know there's too many things going on.
bedlovebeyond@gmail.com. Write us. Let us know where you're at, where you're from, and stuff like that, so we can have our meetup. And what was the other thing? We're gonna talk about if we should have a
group cuddle party, like just people from our listening venue to go to find a meetup group that's holding a cuddle party and go. Oh yeah,
we could either do that, and also if you want to find a cuddle party near you, go to our website at bedlovebeyond.com and you will see all the articles that I wrote under the description of this episode 27. All right, so you could find where
people cuddle near you.
Yeah, where people cuddle near you. So yeah, a lot of stuff. Oh, also, please subscribe, review, and rate us because we want to know how we're doing. So I have this.
How are we doing?
How are we doing? I have this article right here, and it's about obviously cuddle parties and if they're cozy or creepy. And just pretty much, they're just talking about there's this one called and there's one in Minneapolis called the Cuddle Party chapter. And for her, this person, Candace Hadsall, is a registered nurse, and she recently held a cuddle party during a freezing night in Minnesota. And she told her group that it's not a dating service and there are rules. And she said that I want you to know that for tonight, no is a complete sentence. And she says that there's rules posted on a nearby wall, and rule number 5 dictates if you're a maybe, say no.
I saw that too.
Yeah, and if you don't ever have to cuddle with anybody at a cuddle party if you don't want to. And then 2 hours into the party, 6 attendees are spooning on top of a carpet and blanket, and the position is called the silverware drawer because the people who were there were ages 50 and 60. So that was pretty cute. That's clever. And she says that there's a healing power to touch and science. And she says that cuddling releases oxytocin, a feel-good hormone made in the brain, reducing blood pressure and stress. And a massage therapist called Thomas Stout, who attended the party, says all that oxytocin stuff that she's talking about is true. It feels great. Everybody really wants touch. Everybody wants to be held. It's just a human need that we all have. and there is a cuddle service in Portland, Oregon called Cuddle Up to Me. And then there's this person called Samantha Hess, who is the co-organizer of the world's first cuddle convention, CuddleCon.
Oh wow!
Which is held on Valentine's Day in Portland, and she wants pretty much the cuddle venues to have more standardization so they could be legitimate. And for her cuddle organization, she's starting a 40-hour certification program that delves into how to take cuddling to the next level and how to turn it essentially into a safe business. And there were 3 testimonies that I wanted to read that made me think that it was more than just trying to like get your feels in. So one of them was like, my snuggler was awesome. Felt so respected, safe, and comfortable with her. As a single man, this was the kind of warmth I was lacking in my life nowadays and wanted to feel so badly. She was a perfect lady throughout. Hope to see her again sometime. Another person said, I was hesitant to try this service, but I did, and I am very glad. I was very nervous when I met my snuggler, but it didn't take long for her to make me feel very comfortable. Her touch was the most genuine I felt in a very long time, and after the session, I felt like a new person. I plan to make this a weekly thing. And this is what you were talking about before. I was battling depression for about a year, and it never occurred to me that the lack of companionship in my life was a contributing factor. A friend of mine linked me to the website, and I wanted to see if it would help out of desperation. I started to feel a lot better after my first session. I am still amazed at how helpful such a simple thing was.
It's true.
Yeah. So everybody needs love, man.
I'm saying. I would just like rent somebody to like cuddle me at night and then leave in the morning.
Wow.
No.
All right, peace. Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
Yeah. No, I mean, like I'm saying, like if dating was really, really terrible, I'd be like, who's for hire? Anyone.
Yeah, and that's true too, because some services you have to go to the facility, and there's one called like call outs or something like that. I know it's more specific, but the person comes to your house.
I don't know if I want strangers in my bed.
Yeah, but also too, you can also go to that person's house too. So
I don't want to be in a stranger's bed.
Well, you don't get to cuddle, Miss Jennifer.
I know.
Jeez, so complicated. No, but I understand you.
I'm a rough clientele.
No, I completely understand.
But I do want to get certified so I can have my own cuddle parties here and have people be happy.
I wonder how you do become a
I'm gonna look up that lady and
cuddle person. No, not a cuddle person. I mean, like a leader or whatever.
You know.
Or an organizer, I should say. There you go.
Yeah.
That'd be very interesting. Where would you? Oh no, never mind.
Where would I have it?
Yeah, where would you have it?
Just clear out this room, put like giant beanbags down here.
That's true, I guess.
Like just like you'll be able to fit like 10, 15 people down here.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got an even number, 14 people.
Yeah.
7 couples laying around the floor, cuddling, touching butts.
Touching butts.
I don't know.
Wow, that's funny. So like I was saying before, I said it on the podcast that the New York City one that you were talking about was $25 to $30, but there's other ones that are $80 an hour, and there's one of them that's called the snugglebuddies.com, and we're gonna talk about the money aspect of it. So there's this guy called Evan Karp, and he is the founder of Snuggle Buddies. He is a recluse 27-year-old, rarely leaves his home in Marlton, New Jersey, and since the age of 18 has suffered from complex regional pain syndrome, a chronic condition which causes intense pain in the arms, legs, hands, and feet. He said he suffered from depression for about 6 years. So when he was growing up, he wanted to be a physician, but when he got his diagnosis at 18, he was like, the whole doctor thing just wasn't going to become a reality anymore. So he switched up his game, and, compared with the depression and his entrepreneurship, he invented Snuggle Buddies, and now Snuggle Buddies is around 30 states across the U.S., including D.C. and three Canadian provinces and London. So the money that comes in, he started it in 2013, and even though he's not a millionaire, the returns so far have been impressive. And it says the money that comes in is roughly about $8,000 per month or close to $100,000 a year. And he says about half of that goes back into minor web hosting expenses and advertisements like Facebook and Yahoo. And he does his own website, so he gets to keep some of that money. And the weird thing is he never hires clients like face to face. He hires them either through phone or via email. And he gives people a proprietary cuddle manual known as the Cuddle Sutra. And an hour of cuddling costs $80 in most places, with some Midwestern states costing $60. Of that, Karp keeps half, with cuddlers around the world transferring the money electronically into his coffers. And he says it's enough to live on. Like, of course it's a freaking enough to live on. Like $8,000 a month? Are you freaking kidding me right now? It's crazy. So yeah, another person from another article was talking with this guy. And he's like, all right, what I want you to do is give me the best cuddler you have in New York City. And the person was like, all right, cool. Her name is Lisa Stahl.
Okay.
And he was like, okay, because that's who she works for. And pretty much she's a 26-year-old. And she moved to New York City, studied theater. But she didn't have much interest in acting. She was just a nanny. And after graduating, she never really looked for a job and just continued nannying full time because she was already doing what she wanted to be doing. She just stopped going to school. So that was like her thing. But she began the Snuggle Buddies in late January after Super Bowl Sunday. And now she's the most senior of Karp's cuddlers in New York City. She estimated the job brought her a minimum of $200 a month, and that dozens of men, mostly in their 40s and 50s, have passed through her bedroom in 2015. And the cool thing, because the clientele that she has, some of them, she says, that are former nudists, an ex-Orthodox Jew. So I was just like, wow, okay, that's pretty interesting. And like, there's another female cuddler, Kimberly Kilbride. She was just a 33-year-old waitress, and she was like, you know what? I have my personality from customer service and waitressing. So she was like, I can do this. Her mother wasn't surprised that she started professional cuddling and thought it suited her. And what you said earlier was that, and although her boyfriend sometimes gets jealous, he supports her decision to be a professional cuddler. So
okay. Well,
okay. Yeah. That's what it is. Out calls. Yeah, I think I said out calls. But yeah, cuddlers often do out calls, after all, going to a client's home whom they might not have seen or even spoken to before for 1-hour cuddling sessions and even overnight sleepovers. I wonder how much that is.
I don't know. Sounds expensive if it's $80 an hour.
And one of the questions that I kind of asked to myself, which the article asked too, was this. How do professional cuddlers, predominantly women, who spoon with, hold hands with, and cuddle with their clients while all clothed, keep their clients, predominantly men, from being inappropriate, pressuring them for sex, or even raping them? And one of them said, I believe it was Lisa. She said, boners happen. It's not something that she can necessarily control. Arousal is not a deal breaker for her, but the Snuggle Buddies clients must agree to a contract stating no sexual activity permitted during a snuggle session. And it's something that Lisa Stahl takes seriously, because she says if they push the envelope, she redirects the conversation, and if she pushes again, then she's out. And she also said that she never snuggles with somebody alone because she has 2 male roommates. So she's like, she'll only have somebody over if one of them are at the crib. And she says, hey, if somebody wants to do something to her, then that person's going to have to do something to them too, because they have her back.
Right.
So, I mean, that's good. You got to protect yourself. Of course, when you hear like things like about cuddling, it is definitely, you would think it is more women in the field than men, because men want to cuddle with the girls, just like, all right.
Right.
I've come to find out that there really aren't that many male cuddlers out there. Like, there's one service, I believe it's Snuggle Buddies or maybe somebody else. There's like 26 female cuddlers in the group, in the organization, and there's like 1 male cuddler. And the reason why is because with the cuddling services, you have to be open to all genders. So guys don't want to cuddle with other guys.
Right. I did see some cuddle parties that were all guys.
I mean, yeah, that they exist. I mean, I'm not saying.
Right.
I mean, there's always an exception to the rule, but like they try to vie for male cuddlers, and then the cuddlers are like, nah, I'm good. Like I'm not doing that. I'm not cuddling another guy. You know, and it kind of stinks because gay people need love. You know.
Well, I mean, I guess if it was all gay people, then they'd be down for the cause. Like just like if it was all lesbians or something, they'd be down for the cause.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do like. I mean, cuddling literally does kill depression and anxiety and things of that nature. And I think everyone deserves to get in on that.
Yeah, and the
I know when I'm stressed out, I'm like, oh, I just want to cuddle. Please.
And there was a question that one of the interviewers asked, and he says, buying sex is easy. It's regarded as the world's oldest profession, but can you buy intimacy? That is much tougher. That is a much tougher question, and I was going to find out. And he says he went to the Snuggle Buddies thing, and he cuddled with guys and girls. He was a gay man. And he was like, in the end, the answer was no, at least not for him. Because he says that over a week with snuggling with professionals of both genders, there were pleasant moments, certainly relaxing ones, and I was even aroused once or twice. But the intimacy that I have experienced spooning with good friends and people who are more than friends was simply not there. When choices are among strangers, the benefits of snuggling come through much more when you select people you're attracted to. As a gay man, I found that I enjoyed the experience more with the gay guy. But it was likely due to the sexual energy I derived from being in a vulnerable position with another man. We've all seen that video, and we know how it's supposed to end. Even though I knew going in that it was strictly platonic, I was left feeling somewhat unfulfilled that my animal instincts have not been sated. And I think I believe that would be my issue if I did cuddling, you know, because like, especially if I found like the person attractive, of course, you know, I would probably most likely get a boner or whatever. But then it's like you're cuddling whenever you're having a good time, and then okay, hour's up. All right, see you later, Martini. Bye. Close the door, and I'm just like, you know, like I wasn't necessarily satisfied, and because I'm all like hyped up and like hot and bothered or whatever. And I wonder how that goes, because I'm sure that doesn't happen with everybody. Maybe the cuddling is just right for them, but for me, finding out, you know, like when we found out our love language, you know, I love physical touch, and even you earlier in this podcast, you're saying that, oh, you'd probably be good for that because you're affectionate and you like giving affection to people, which is true. So it's like, you know, you do that, and you probably even pillow talk with the person, you know.
Oh, I'm sure.
And
I'm sure it's not just like a shut up and let me hold you.
Imagine though.
That'd be terrible. I'd be like, I can't even talk with my husband.
Man. Oh my god, that'd be so funny. Wait, what?
I don't know.
So yeah, it's just like, oh man, it's like, all right, well, bye, Miranda. It's like, bye, Martini, and they're like, that's it. It's
Miranda.
Like, I don't know. That's the first name that came to my head.
Okay.
So it's just like, what happens after that? Like, I don't know. I don't know if I'd be able to. I don't know if I would be able to do it like a weekly thing, like that other guy said.
Right. I mean, I don't know. I honestly, like, I could probably cuddle with a stranger if I liked them. But then again, I probably couldn't because I just couldn't.
I couldn't because I just couldn't. Yeah, it's a very weird thing to just do that. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I'd be able to do it like week in and week out. It's, man, because I think it would probably be worse. Cause like, all right, cause like right now, like I'm not seeing anybody, whatever. I had that pen pal, you know, who was fake. And it's like, man, sometimes, not gonna lie, I do get lonely and I do want love and affection, like really bad. So, all right. So what? I plunk her down, what, 30 to $80 and go see this person. And then, and that's true too. And you don't even really have to cuddle with that person because you guys can just talk. You don't even have to cuddle. You guys can just talk and have like a companion.
Right.
For like that hour or 2 hours or whatever. And then like skate out. Like, I don't know. It's like, I think, wouldn't it be dangerous if you think that that person is feeling you? Like, won't you start to think that? Not to say that they're playing you, you know?
I guess.
And it's not to say that they're like acting like an escort either. Like escorts are like there to be like, you're the best, I want you, blah, blah, blah. You know, make you feel that like you're that dude. But like with these people, they're real people. And how do you stop yourself from crossing that line of saying, oh, maybe this can mean something, you know, if you've been deprived this whole time. I don't know. It's very interesting. I wouldn't want to. I don't know. I'm catch an L.
I'm interested to see what happens, and if I find one locally, maybe we'll sign up. We'll go group effort.
Group effort?
Yeah. Infiltrate it.
Bed Love Beyond on 3. 1, 2, 3. Bed Love Beyond.
I don't know if we're at the meme of the day. Are we there yet, or do you have another article? Or?
No, I think that's pretty much all I wanted to really discuss. I mean, is there anything that you want to talk about? I mean,
not really. I just thought it would be interesting to bring up, get in the atmosphere and see what's, really good with it. So my meme says, cuddling is all sweet and innocent until someone gets an erection.
Yep.
And that's how that goes down.
Pretty much.
Or
not goes down because freaking that's not supposed to go down. Or you'll get fired or whatever.
Or you'll get fired or whatever.
For real. So, I don't know. But if we sign up for one...
We'll put on the site.
We'll let you know.
Or something.
We'll let you know how it went down. Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, have any of you guys been to any cuddle parties? Like, let us know. bedlovebeyond@gmail.com. The phone number is 201-862-8BED or 201-862-8233. Instagram is bedlovebeyondofficial and the Twitter is bedlovebeyond. Let us know if you've been to a cuddle party. Are you interested in going to a cuddle party? Would you go to a cuddle party if you were in a relationship? Like, what's really good? What's up? Let us know all that good stuff. All right. So, anything else you need to?
I'm good.
You good? All right. Well, that is the show. Thank you guys for listening. We're gonna see you guys next time.
Peace.